Hi, USD teacher candidates. I am Jennifer Zimmermaker, and I am an autism teacher at Mesa Verde Middle School. This is my second year creating this program. Last year, I started it while planning a wedding, and it is for it's a program for kids with high-functioning autism. I've been teaching for 9 years, and the reason I'm here today is to talk to you a little bit about my section in this wonderful book, Real Talk. Your professors asked me to talk about what I wrote about, and my section was about how to work with difficult families and keep your sanity intact. So within my 9 years of teaching, I started in San Diego Unified doing critical skills at the high school level. For those of you that don't know what critical skills is, it's kids with different disabilities that need those life skills that are so important to function in the real world. And so I worked in a more urban setting when I was teaching in San Diego Unified, and then I decided to go to Poway, where I started a cohort of 6th graders in a critical skills classroom, and I was the youngest teacher at my school when I first started 7 years ago, and so I really had to prove myself to the families. Some of the families actually said I was inexperienced, and so I really did have some difficult cases. The case I talk about actually in the book, Real Talk, is I had a mom come into my classroom and she saw some of my students had Down syndrome and different needs, and she said, "My daughter doesn't belong here, and I'll give you a year." And within that time, she would send emails in all capital letters. I wanted everyone to like me, so I gave my phone number to all my families, and she would text me late into the night. And so I really had to learn early in my career to set boundaries. And I know it's really hard to set those boundaries, especially if you want people to like you, like I did. But what I've learned is people like you more and respect you more when you set those boundaries from the very beginning. And you don't have to backpedal like I did when I first started. So the first thing that I talk about in my section is setting those boundaries from the very beginning in a welcome letter. Sometimes what I've done since teaching for a while is I've actually called the families or sent a postcard to introduce myself and just say, "Please only call during office hours." And so that's been really helpful. Another piece that's so important is remembering who you are through all of this. It's easy to feel drained when you have a difficult case. I've worked with advocates, and even the best teachers can have advocates. It's just the luck of the draw. I worked with a kindergarten teacher that was amazing, that we'd read to their kindergartners. My students would read to their kindergartners, and she even talked about it being really draining. You're like, "What else? Do you want my bone marrow? What else can I give you?" So how to keep yourself, full, and because you can't pour from an empty cup, is remember who you are, do activities that you love doing. I love going to concerts, I love writing, so do all those things that you love doing. Another thing that's really important to remember is that you're doing right by that child every single day, and that you're living with integrity and dignity. And so even if you're having somebody in a really hard case tell you you don't know what you're doing or that you're not doing a good job, just know in the back of your mind that you are trying your very best, because I believe that each one of you are going to be that kind of teacher. So that's really important to remember. Another part that's been essential, and actually this just came up, we had a really hard case the other day with a parent, and the speech pathologist, who she's new, she really kind of felt like, am I doing something wrong? What can I do? And I just reminded her that she's doing a great job. Some people just will never be happy. Regardless of what you're doing, it's not going to be enough, or you're just a reminder of what their child can't do or the grade they're not getting, and so they're not going to really see you as the professional that you are. And so I just reminded her, have a personal, positive evidence drawer. And that's where you can keep all of those cards, all of those letters from parents and teachers and families and students that really love you and appreciate what you do. And pull that out whenever you have a hard day. That's really helped me. And just to remember the kind of teacher that I am. So I just really hope some of the pearls of the experience that I've been through can help each one of you through your journey towards being a teacher, and that this has been helpful for you. I hope you enjoy reading. Thanks.